Hi everybody, welcome to my first Facebook Live of November. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kat, aka the Content Consultant. And for those that do know me personally, you might notice the background's a bit different because we have just moved house, which is very exciting. So in today's live, I wanted to talk to you guys about online marketing strategy for 2019. But before I get started with that, I wanted to just kind of give you a bit of an overview for those who aren't aware of my business and what I do as to how I can help. So I basically help SMEs with their online content, helping them with their online marketing strategy, as well as kind of doing the doing. So if you're not particularly good with words, then I am a good person to speak to, whether it's your website, whether it's your blog, or your social media content, then I am happy to help. So in this live specifically today, we're going to talk about I'm basically going to share some tips and tricks for your online marketing strategy in 2019. It's a good time, it's a very good time to be thinking about your online marketing for the new year, purely because you've got a couple of months to really think about what you want to gain from your website, your social media, your blog in the new year ahead. So first of all, I want to talk about the main thing that you need to be thinking about when it comes to your online marketing, and that is your website. Your website is basically your shop front for everything that you do. If you don't have a website and you purely run your business through Facebook or through directories, whatever it may be, then I would highly recommend making 2019 the year that you set up a website. It doesn't have to cost you a ton of money. You don't need to spend thousands of pounds getting somebody to design it to make it look really fancy. There's actually some really good drag and drop solutions for small businesses such as Wix or even Squarespace or WordPress. I personally would always recommend WordPress, but that's just because it's the one that I use and it's really good for search engine optimization. So if you have got a website already, I would take this time to have a look at whether it's working for you at the moment, whether you're getting the leads that you want from it. And a really good way of really determining whether the website is doing the best it can for your business is to look at the user journey. So when you land on a website and you're looking for a particular bit of information, how easy is it for you to find it? If you think of websites like Amazon, all you have to do is a simple search and you'll find what you want plus a lot of other things. But if your website is a little bit more difficult to navigate, doesn't have the right or enough information on it, then that's something to really review ahead of the new year. So that's the first point that I would have a look at. The second thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today is blogging. Now, anyone who knows me knows that I harp on about blogging all the time. I love blogging, not just for my business, not just for my clients, but also personally, I love blogging as well. And the reason that I recommend starting a blog in 2019 is because so many other businesses are doing it, and blogging is so beneficial to you from a search engine optimization perspective. Blogging can basically, so blog posts can create more links to your website. They're a really good way of adding value to your customers, and they can really easily position you as an expert in your field, and you could become a resource that people turn to, and people buy from people, and people trust people. So have a look at maybe thinking about whether you want to start a blog in 2019 if you don't have one already. If you don't have one, what will you write about? I've got loads of content on my website and within the free resources library that I'll do a little cheeky plug for at the end. But it doesn't have to be complicated. Just have a think about what would be of value to your audience and start writing about it, whether you're just scribbling down ideas at this stage or whether you manage to form fully fledged blog posts. If you can plan content ahead of the new year, you can schedule it all in and you'll be hitting the ground running. And it's a really great social media content as well. Next is experimenting with live video like this one. I'm still a little bit nervous about doing Facebook Live videos. I don't feel 100% comfortable doing them at the moment, but by practicing them, so I basically, last month I did 2, This month I'm planning to do 2, and in December I'm also planning to do 2, and I might just increase that over time once I get more comfortable doing them. But the reason I recommend doing live video is because Facebook is really pushing live video at the moment, so you'll get a lot more reach. So for example, this video, if I'd have just recorded it and saved it onto my page, it would maybe get sort of double digits at the most. The live videos at the moment are getting triple, and I predict that in the future, if I was promoting them a little bit more, I would be getting even more. So it's just about kind of getting in front of the camera, having a topic, and you'll see I start looking in this direction. It's because I've got notes up on the wall. There's nothing wrong with that. Facebook Lives don't have to be polished. You don't have to have a perfect script. You don't have to be staring at the camera the whole time. There's nothing wrong with just having a glance over here and checking your notes, remembering everything that you need to say. So yeah, the lives have really helped increase the reach of my business on Facebook, and I just highly recommend just giving them a go, coming up with a simple topic to talk about, not worry about rambling on for too long. In fact, lives can kind of be as short as a couple of minutes, and they can still get really good reach with that as well. And they really aren't as scary as they seem. I still get a bit scared of them, but in the long run, I know that I'm going to get more comfortable the more times I do it. So give it a go is what I would say. The next tip I have is something that I read a lot online on the kind of industry blogs that I read, and that's turning something old into something new. So in 2019, or preparing for 2019, have a look at the content that you've already produced that's online, whether that might be blog articles, or you have a guide to download from your website, or just anything really. If you've got something that already exists that could be repurposed and used in a different way, then this is a really good idea for basically recycling existing content to reach new audiences. So for example, if you have a guide on how to use a product or a service, whatever it might be, why not turn that into a video? Why not make live videos about it or pre-recorded videos about it and just breathe new life into that old content? I see it happening all the time, and I actually think it's a really good tactic to use because some people prefer different content forms, and so you're catering for everybody as well as breathing life into that old content. And the final point that I would say in terms of looking at your online marketing for 2019 is to take a strategic approach to it. Plan ahead as much as possible. You have the rest of November and the whole of December to start planning ahead what you want to be doing for next year. You don't need to have solid plans for the whole 12 months of 2019. Start small. If you want to plan for the first quarter or even just for January at first, come up with what you want to be pushing out there, what content you want to create campaigns around. For example, in October, I did my Blogtober campaign, and I've had lots of really good feedback on it. And essentially, it was me thinking, I want to do something a little bit different. I want to take a more campaign-led approach and create content that's around one topic, keep focused on that. And yeah, like I said, it had some really good feedback. It was a really nice, easy way of having content lined up, so I didn't have to stress about what I was going to post on social media on any given day, or I didn't have enough blog posts or anything. I set that structure in place. I said one blog post a week, have it go live on Monday, and I had them all written and scheduled ahead of time. So I could just sit back and relax, or more likely actually get on with client work. So where you can plan ahead and schedule, do it. I recommend using social media schedule tools as much as you can, although I would say always schedule Facebook content through Facebook because you get greater reach than using third-party tools. But Facebook's scheduling tool is brilliant, so I've got nothing bad to say about it. Although, no, that's not technically true. It does sometimes lag a bit. but as far as scheduling tools go, it's absolutely fine. And you could schedule as far as in advance as you want. For one of my clients, I do a weekly schedule, but for another client, I recently did a whole 3-month campaign that's all scheduled in, and we now don't need to really think about it, except for responding to any comments or any messages or anything like that. So it's a really good way of just kind of taking the pressure off by using your time now wisely, whilst maybe business is a little bit quieter, to start scheduling and planning ahead. One final thing that has just suddenly come to my mind about your online marketing in 2019 is to make sure that you're focusing on the right channels for your marketing. And you might be thinking, well, I don't know what they are. Experiment. I don't put all your eggs in one basket and assume that Facebook is going to bring in all your business. Like I said earlier, you want your own website as well, but Facebook owns any content that you post to it. So you just want to be wary that your business needs to operate, in as many places as possible that are relevant to your audience. It's no good stressing over wanting an Instagram account if none of your audience are using Instagram. It doesn't add any benefit to your business. So that would be my final tip. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that I do ramble on quite a lot, but hopefully there is some useful information in here. If you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to either post them in the comments on this video, on the replay, or send me a message or email me at hello@thecontentconsultant.co.uk. I'm going to post a link now to my free resources library in here. So you can basically download free resources from there. You'll get a monthly newsletter. It's another channel really to interact with me and to just kind of get conversation going around online marketing and online marketing strategy. Follow the Facebook page, The Content Consultant, for any resources, information, everything that I share. The whole of November is focused around online marketing strategy, and you can also go back to older posts if you want some more information about blogging. All through October I was sharing content to do with blogging for Blogtober as well. And that's it. So that's the first Facebook Live of November, done and dusted. Thankfully, I still do get very nervous with them. The next one is on November the 21st, and it's going to be all about setting SMART goals for your online marketing. It's a really good way of taking your strategy that one step further. It's all well and good and saying, oh, well, this is what I'm going to do in 2019, but why are you going to do it? What does it mean to your bottom line? How can you tie in your online marketing activity to your overall business goals? So that's what we're going to talk about on November the 21st at 8 p.m. Hopefully I will see you then, but in the meantime, I look forward to hearing any of your questions, or if you've got suggestions of other Facebook Lives that you'd like to take part in, then please let me know, and I will see you next time. I will have the replay available as soon as possible. Thank you. Bye.